All right, our read aloud for today is Goat's Coat. This was borrowed from the Cedar Woolley Library, and Olive's going to read it today. You ready? Okay.
Goat's Coat.
Do you want me to turn the pages?
Yeah. Okay. Let me tell you a tale of Alfonso the goat, who was terribly proud of his new lovely coat. It had bright shiny buttons all made out of glass and a collar the color of freshly cut grass. People turned to admire as Alfonso walked by. What a marvelous coat! He heard someone sigh. Alfonso was happy. He pranced and he skipped. Then he heard a sad noise croaking out of a ditch. Deep down in the ditch was a family of frogs. They used to live in there in a mossy old log. But the log wasn't there. It had rotted away, and the frogs from the log now had nowhere to stay. The frogs were distraught. Please help us, they cried, and Alfonso felt sorry for them, so he tried. He unpicked some stitches upon his new coat and using the fabric helped them make a boat. The frogs were delighted. He just made their day. Oh, thank you, they croaked as they all sailed away. Alfonso's new coat didn't look quite so smart, but it felt a warm glow in the depths of his heart. He climbed happily until he came to a shed, so he shed. The sound from within filled Alfonso with dread. Alfonso with dread. What could possibly make such a sad sound as that? Alfonso peered in. Yeah, I can't see it. Then he saw it. It was a cat. He was trembling and the cat was trembling and terribly pale. It was clear to see that she was hurt on her tail. Alfonso got busy and cleaned up the cut. Then, using his coat, he bandaged it up. The cat was so glad to be grateful and happy, but Alfonso's coat was now looking quite ratty. There's a rat right there. Mm-hmm. He clip-clopped along through the crispy winter day. He was whistling a song, then a hen came his way. The hen was upset. He had lost one of her chicks. Could this be something Alfonso could fix? Together the hen and Alfonso looked around, but the hen's little chick just couldn't be found. Then somewhere up high a voice cried, "Help me!" And there was the chick stuck up in a tree. So Alfonso removed even more of his coat and tied it together to make a long rope. He drifted his
What's the GR? Where's the GR make?
Hmm? Gritted his teeth, then climbed up like a rocket. He came down again with a chick in his pocket. Alfonso's new coat was now looking a mess. Still what was done is still it was done is done. It was all for the best. As Alfonso walked on there were more problems still, but he helped solve them all with his coat and his skill. Alfonso's new coat was now just a few threads, but he thought of the good deeds that he had done instead. The weather grew colder, snow fell all around. Poor coldest Alfonso trudged back toward town. The blizzard grew worse. It got colder and colder. Alfonso took shelter behind a large boulder. Alfonso was freezing and night would soon fall, and he curled up in a cold little ball. But then he heard voices ring out through the night. Someone was shining around the bright light. Here came the frogs and the cat and the hen. He wasn't alone. He was found by his friends. Seeing them all made Alfonso feel better, and not only that, they had brought him a sweater they had made themselves from things they could find. A gift to Alfonso for being so kind. And so our dear goat had made best friends forever, and he wears a sweater whatever the weather.
Awesome. There you go, Olive.
Let me